Welcome to the virtual adult improv show with the LA Connection players. I'm Ken Scode, the founder and owner of the LA Connection. We're starting our 50th year of dishing out fine comedy improv. Our theater's out here in Burbank. We've been online for going into our 6th year. We have close to 600 shows now, both short and long form. Today is a debut of a brand new show called Cheaters. Not like the one on television, but our version of a long form game called Cheaters. Let's introduce the cast who's going to be playing this game tonight. And you can see next to their name what their relationship is to the other players. Elizabeth, good to see you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Elizabeth, and I'm here to have fun.
And Pamela, it's her first show, and yes, she does have a Southern accent.
Hi, everybody. I'm from Alabama originally, and I'm looking forward to playing this with you.
And Amanda.
I'm from Virginia, and I don't have a Southern accent.
And Audrey.
I'm Audrey, and we'll see what comes out of me tonight. We'll never know.
Yeah, she built that city behind her. And James.
What up, YouTube?
And Brian.
Howdy ho, everybody.
And Nick. If he only had bullets. Okay, we're going to go right into the game Cheaters, and we're going to start with the wife, her best friend, please, if you could come out here and stay out here, and our detective. Everybody else can go back into the green room. We'll be calling you out. We're doing our television show today based on these two husbands and wives claiming the other one cheated on the other one. And we have our detective who works with the show. He's not a detective hired by either one of them. We don't know any of the facts yet. They called us both up, not me personally, but our production team. And now they're here on our show live today. And we're going to find out exactly why they think their partner is cheating. So let's go over to Amanda first. Tell me, how long have you been married to Brian?
We were married 5 years.
Okay. And how long did you go out before you were married?
I think it was like 18 months we were dating. You know, we met on a dating app and it took a little while, but it's been a great 5 years. It's just the last year, like, you know how you notice something's different in the bedroom? Like, he's been wanting me to dress up as like Wonder Woman, me calling him Superman. Like, it's been like, and he's gotten a little bit better. So
what do you mean he's gotten better? He's gotten better at sex with you? So
yes. So obviously,
why would you think he's cheating then if he's getting better at sex with you?
Because he'll do different things that he never did all of a sudden. We're like, where did he get that? You know, like, oh, I'm not complaining, but at the same time, when it's so much, I'm like, you know, it's been boring for like 4 years, and then maybe the last 6 months, I would say, it's been really good and different. And I'm like, okay. I don't know. I have very high suspicions.
Okay. Well, so these suspicions started a year ago, 6 months ago, when the sex got better?
Yeah. So about a year ago was the first time he asked me to dress up as Wonder Woman, dress up as different characters, mainly superhero like women. Okay. Like, okay. And then, but the last 6 months, like things in the bedroom, like things that he want me to do for him or he did for me, it just has changed.
Well, let me ask you this: Is his habits changed? Does he have different hours where he comes in and out?
Yeah, he's been working a lot more. That's, you know, so.
Okay. Does he smell differently? Does he smell like there's a different perfume ever? Have you ever seen that lipstick on any part of his body? And
I probably have. No, I think I would have to like choke him when he was sleeping or something if I smelled like something else on him.
Okay. So. And what about Pam? Now, how do you know Pam, and how long have you been best friends?
Pam and I, we've been together for like, how long? You would say like 15 years?
Absolutely.
Like we went to college together, and we've been friends ever since. So.
And Pam, do you also think that Brian's cheating?
Well, you know, I noticed a change. It was subtle in the beginning. And to be honest with you, I really didn't notice it right away. But, you know, Amanda started getting worried and started picking up on some things. And, you know, she kind of let me in on it because she was so concerned.
And so you convinced her to call the show?
Well, she needs help. And I'm not a perfectionist, when it comes to this kind of thing. So I really, really think she needs help, and I'm there with her.
Okay. Well, that's why we have our house detective. He's not a detective for either party. His job will be to do some research, do some discovery, and see if we can find out if, in fact, Brian is cheating on you, Amanda. And I'm going to turn the floor over to our detective, Nick, and he can ask you any questions he'd like.
Yeah. Okay. Hi. So, none of what you said, sounds that weird. Sounds like he's just having a good time in the bedroom with you, and you're like, wow, I prefer actually staying boring. Not my thing. Great. Cool. You guys should probably just like talk about that. Anyway, I'm going to talk about some of the notes that you gave before the show, because what was that? I mean, that was bad evidence. Anyway, you said that he started going to the gym recently, and now he's always saying, come feel my muscles. I'm strong like a superhero.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Do you think he's on steroids? Could that explain the behavior?
If it maybe keeps it up longer, I'm not really sure what he's actually on.
Okay.
He's on something.
Has he like gotten smaller?
He hasn't gotten smaller, no.
Okay, probably not steroids then. I wouldn't say that. Maybe he's not going to the gym. Have you ever followed him? Do you follow people? Why don't you follow him?
Because I have my own life. I have not thought about following him.
Okay, what are you doing with your own life?
I go do like art classes, paint night, paint sip, facials.
Okay,
I take care
about
of myself.
those art classes. I remember you told me, or you wrote in the file, you said last time you asked him to go to an art class, and he used to love these art classes. He said that was stupid. He threw things. He said he never wanted to go to those art classes again. Is that true? Were you exaggerating? Is that what happened?
No, it hurt my feelings. Like
Okay,
he
you just
has
hurt your
little
feelings.
interest in doing things that I like to do.
Okay,
these
but he
days.
wasn't like angry. It wasn't an angry outburst.
Well, he raised his voice and he threw it, but it wasn't like, I didn't feel threatened like he wanted to hurt me. I could just tell he was just like frustrated.
Okay, great. So how much of your notes from before this can I actually believe? Were they all exaggerations? Anyway, let's go on to the next question. Pam, this one's for you.
Okay.
So you told me in the files, again, I hope that the files that you gave us, they're accurate? No? Okay. So I read that you went over to the house one time. You were hoping to see Amanda. Amanda was out. You don't know where she was, but that wasn't the important thing because when you walked in, you heard glass shattering. You found Brian standing there in a towel, and the back window was shattered, and he said he didn't know how it happened. Can you explain more about that situation?
It was a weird day. I just wanted to go see Amanda and spend some time with her. And when I go in the door, literally I knocked on the door and he didn't answer, but I heard something. So I kind of just went in. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I did. And he was standing there and literally like nothing. And there was paint all over the place. And I was starting to feel weird, like maybe I shouldn't be there, like maybe it was dangerous. He wasn't himself. It was like, I don't know. It was like he was on something but I've just never seen their house covered in paint like that. And he was covered in paint. He got it on himself.
What color was the paint?
Well, there was a lot of reds and orange and blue.
Different colors.
Yes.
Red, orange, blue.
Yes.
Amanda, do you know anything about this? Was the paint there? Did he clean up the paint?
I didn't see the paint, but he did have a lot of red paint, but he said he was painting Superman. And I was like, well, why can't you go to my art class? So I don't really know. So it's been very confusing about the paint. But he's been obsessed with red these days.
Never been a big superhero guy before this. Huh?
No, the last year, I don't know if he was introduced to superheroes or like somebody who like loves that kind of thing. Because he really wasn't doing that before.
Okay, I think we're going to wrap this up with you two right now.
Okay.
We want to talk to your husband now. Thank you. We'll get back to you. You can wait in the green room. There's food in there for you, okay? All right, Nick, let's talk about this for a second. First of all, why did she go over to the house? I'm talking about the best friend, Pamela, and just open the door and go in just because she heard glass breaking.
Well, I don't know. She's known him for a long time. I figured that's not a big deal.
Right, but
She was like bringing
did you-
over cupcakes or muffins or something. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. Do you think that she would have called Amanda first before she just dropped in on her like that?
I don't know. She lives like a couple houses down.
Okay. Okay.
I imagine she grew up before it was like, oh yeah, let's just call everybody before you walk over. You just go over to your neighbor's house. You're like, oh, can I have a cup of sugar? Is it that weird nowadays to like go and talk to your neighbor?
Okay. I just wanted to double check and see what you thought about that. What do you
I
think
don't know.
about?
It's a little bit weird though. Now that you bring it up.
Well, I'm just saying.
Sorry.
She think that maybe she'd know Amanda's schedule, so I'm just throwing that out there. Why is she there?
Well, maybe Amanda was gone and she shouldn't have been.
Yeah, so far it doesn't seem like she's got a very strong case against.
No, and the files that she gave us were all just. She said they exaggerated in them. She lied about them. I don't know. I don't trust it.
Well, let's bring Brian out here right now with his
guy.
sister Elizabeth. Okay, so Brian, thanks for being on the show, Cheaters. I know that you and Elizabeth was apparently told you she thinks that Amanda's fooling around with somebody, that she wasn't sure if she saw him or not, but enough so that she got in a conversation with you. So let's talk about, what did you two talk about? Because you didn't say in the files, according to Nick, that you were for sure you saw her with another man, but maybe it could have been her. So let's talk about that.
Yeah. So, I mean, Elizabeth told me that she's like, hey, I saw something, or, it looked like your wife, Amanda, with another person who was very nicely dressed. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't believe it. I mean, I said, are you sure? She said she was at the store and it looked like her from a distance. Now, this is why I started to get a little skeptical, because, there was no for sure confirmation that it was her. It was just a lot of, well, she had the same hairstyle, same fashion sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you think there's a possibility, but is there any other things you could say? Are there any clues? Does she have different hours? I know she goes to art class. Could she be fooling around when she says she's at art class, or does she do any other things?
Yeah, those art classes do take a while sometimes. There's certain times where she's gone for maybe an hour, and then there's other times where she's gone for like 4 or 5 hours.
And how long are the art classes?
I mean, as far as I know, the art class themselves is only about an hour.
An hour.
So,
okay.
If she's gone 4 or 5 hours, it's who knows what she's doing. Sometimes she comes home and she's completely clean.
Yeah.
Other times she comes home and there's paint, pottery, all that stuff. So
yeah. She said that you used to go to the art classes and you don't do that anymore, and now you're going to the health club.
Yeah. I had like a major health scare last year, and so I really wanted to kind of step it up a little bit and be a little bit more proactive with managing what I got going on here.
When did you get into this superhero cosplay with your wife? Where you actually wanted her to dress up before you had sex?
Yeah. So that came about only like a couple months ago.
She says it was a year ago.
Or a year ago. I mean,
yeah,
somewhere around there, I guess. Yeah,
okay. That's a big difference. 2 months or 12 months.
Is it really though?
It is. I just want to make sure that you're not trying to tell us something that's not true.
I look. I mean,
okay.
I only didn't know the difference of the months because she's been so infrequent with me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like it doesn't happen very often, so it's
you're not
hard.
Before I let the detective jump in, which I'm going to in a second, you also started going to Comic-Con about a year ago.
Yes.
Is that correct? Yes.
Yeah.
And your wife, and she doesn't go with you.
No. I went with a buddy.
I see. Okay. And now Elizabeth she's moved into the ADU unit, and she's lived there now for 6 months.
Yeah.
And so why do you think she's fooling around, other than that one time you thought you may have seen her? Is there any other clues, Elizabeth?
Well, what I told my bro is I was in the grocery store and I saw this guy, nice dress up, playing and kind of like tickling the girl when they were walking in the aisles in front of me. And I'm kind of like, I'm like, whoa, 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 that looked like my sister-in-law. I call out her name, and she kind of like tries to look back, but it's kind of like a hide in him, and then she skip out. So I tried to hold her, but she disappeared. So that's for what I was not 100% sure if it was her. However, I approached him, and he acted like he was talking to people in the grocery store about religion stuff, and he's so nice to talk. He's good looking, but I don't know. Something's kind of fishy because she just disappeared. And that's for what I tell my bro. I'm like, hey, bro, you know what? Something is going on. I tell you, I saw her. I am 100% sure it was her. I just didn't see her face. And he's like, no, never. I'm like, I didn't know about that.
Okay. All right. I think we've covered that. Let's let Detective Nick now have the floor.
Yeah. Hi. Okay. So first off, thank you. That was detailed. It actually kind of matched what the files say, so that's good. Appreciate the stories.
Yeah.
Okay. So Brian, got a question for you. Okay. So so I got this note that Amanda has been going out for walks very frequently, like after every meal. Yeah. She I want you to explain that to me. What do you think that's about? You in the files it says that she doesn't feel comfortable being in the house to use the bathroom. She doesn't want to do that in the house, so she like goes for a walk, and that seems very suspicious. Like, why would that be after so long? So like, what do you think's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I know for sure that like I told her, when I went on my health kick thing, I read that moving after eating is like really good for the nutrients to distribute through your body. It doesn't let the food settle. You don't feel as bloated. So, I was like, hey, let's get up and go. And we used to do them together. And then eventually,
she stopped telling you where she's going, right?
Yeah. She would say, we'd be on the walk and she would go, hey, just 1 second. And then she would just veer left. And then she would be gone for the rest of the walk. I would have to walk home by myself.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay. Left. Did you've never followed her?
I did one time, but I think she caught on to the fact that I was going after her, and
you're not good at following people. Got it.
Yeah, I'm terrible at following. I'm not very sneaky either. I'm very heavy on my feet.
Okay. Great. Elizabeth, have you ever followed her? Are you good at following people? Is anyone good at Can you follow people?
I mean, isn't that your job?
Shut up.
Okay, sorry.
Well, I'm not that good either. Like I said, I tried. I was in the grocery store, and now that I moved next door from them, sometimes I hear some noise moving around, especially like, it was kind of weird. One time, her best friend showed up to their home, and I know Brian was home alone, taking a shower, and there was a noise. I tried to go in and to watch out what's going on with my bro, but then when I look, she just walked inside that apartment, and I'm like, this is kind of weird. What is this woman doing here? But I didn't ask. So sometimes I see my sister-in-law just sneaking out in the middle of the night and coming back with different clothes. But besides that, no, I haven't really followed her.
Anything particular about the clothes?
They're a little bit with paint on it. Sometimes with different colors. Yes.
Okay, going night painting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brian, do you think she met anyone at the painting class, like right before you stopped going to it? Did you feel anything weird?
Right before I stopped? I mean, no, maybe not right before I stopped going, but
all right.
Yeah, I mean, she started staying for like 4 or 5 hours after I stopped going to class. So possibilities endless.
Interesting. Okay, well, I think we'll that's good for now, guys. We'll call you back in, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
There's food in the green room. Okay, thanks a lot. Okay, now I know that you've done some research and you were able to get a picture of this gentleman. I believe you called James.
Yeah.
We were able to enhance the picture, and we realized James might have been with Amanda, because it looked like you were able to enhance that picture as well. And you were able to get that from Elizabeth, who took a cell phone picture.
Yeah, I got that, and then I also got the grocery store CCTV footage because I know the guy who works in the back. He's actually my boy. Yeah, he manages grocery stores now. Shout out to Skeeter for anyone who's watching.
Okay. You know what? We were able to locate this gentleman, James, and we're going to bring him in right now. Hi, James. Welcome to Cheaters. James, tell a little bit about, I know we don't have the best coffee. We're working on that. Can you tell me a little bit about what you do and a little bit about yourself before we start asking you some questions?
Of course. My name is James. I run a premier AI company, and quite recently I've developed a few new hobbies since the company has taken off. I got into painting, believe it or not. And there are some beautiful sites actually down by my seaside mansion. But I'm not really much of an artist by trade. So I need help. I need some lessons. I've paid a private instructor who's locally renowned. And
well, actually, Nick found out that you're taking the same art class as Amanda. And that we also found out that you live approximately about 6 blocks from Amanda.
That's correct. Yes, she's like
so
I said, local.
You know Amanda. I mean, you know who we're talking about, obviously.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then Nick was able to blow up a picture of you and her in a grocery store where you were seen tickling her. What was going on there? Was that after an art thing, or was it a daytime situation?
Believe it or not, it's a running joke between the two of us. You know, the artist's itch, she calls it. It needs to be scratched, and you know, I asked her, you know, as playfully, like, you know, where does this artist's itch happen? Is it here? Is it here? And I mean, things just, you know, it's the supermarket. Things sometimes get a little out of hand there.
Why would you itch someone in public? Which, if you don't
like
know
I said,
them that
it's just
well,
part of a running joke.
I see.
Joke.
Yeah.
So you're used to touching each other. Is that what you're saying?
Well, interestingly enough, part of her art style is based off of contact. She's been actually trying to gear me towards this style of painting, which, I mean, I didn't even think she would be really that much into at first, but it's very, very dark. A lot of gothic scenery.
Erotic gothic. Yes.
Well, no, I didn't say that.
Well,
but
Nick, I'm gonna let Nick take over right now because Nick saw some erotic
centered around
gothic
bats, actually, which is such a. I didn't think she would be much into bats, but.
Well, Nick, I mean, what did you discover? Because you were able to go down to the art teacher and you found some of the art paintings. Why don't you take over right now, Nick?
Yeah. So
why am I taking questions from a homeless man?
No, that's fine. I actually have
detective.
It's pretty nice.
This is your detective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The world's greatest detective. Yeah.
Yeah, I got more credentials than you, Bitcoin. Anyway, so I went down to the art class and I looked at some of your art. It's not bad, you know, for a 13-year-old on DeviantArt, man. I respect what you're doing. You know, you got all that swoopy hair. It's great. I enjoy your OCs. But here's the thing, brother.
Don't call me that.
Okay, I'm sorry. You are trying to project this dark art onto Amanda's. I've seen her art. It's beautiful. It's almost like Van Gogh.
No, I told you it was the other way around. It was her style.
Yeah, I understand that. You're trying to flip the words. And here's the other flip side to that.
You actually have a vocabulary. You actually know words. That's rich coming from somebody who looks like he just came from the soup kitchen.
Are you done? Cool. So I broke into your house, and I found your diary, and it says that you are actually going on frequent walks around the neighborhood to patrol, like a neighborhood watch. You find yourself as like this protector figure, a lone wolf, a lion in the community, and particularly you prowl, in your own words, around Amanda's house because she's your kitten, and I think it's It's a little bit weird. You want to talk to me about that?
No, I really don't, but I will
Okay.
say this. I do have access to satellites that I can pull from geosynchronous orbit, and I have talked to my contact in the NSA, with which
Cool.
I have a various government contracts which tell me that any surveillance that I do is not illegal. So I can, just as you're looking into
Right.
my affairs, I can just as easily and even better look into yours.
Super weird, dude. I don't know what you want to look into. You can ask me questions. I'll tell you. It's fine. I was in prison. It's like public record why I was in prison too. So
and you ended up in law enforcement. How nice.
It's actually
I'm
PI
sure the
work.
general public.
Right.
Oh, PI work.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. Thank
Very
you so
good.
much.
How many online tests did you have to pass to catch that badge, Columbo?
I actually don't even have to answer that. Thanks. I work for the network. Anyway.
Yeah,
Another question
we're digressing off the thing. We think that you could be sleeping
network I
with
could
Amanda.
buy,
Let's okay, great. Let's, because we've done checks on you. You're a con artist, okay? So listen.
Yeah,
okay, and you made a lot of your money conning people and through government NGOs,
Sure.
okay?
Yeah,
you know,
right.
So I don't know
like
what
you
you're
can
doing.
pretend to understand me. That's very
we
rich.
don't have to. What? Because that's
Almost
not our
as
job.
rich as this. What is this Colombian decaf? This is awful. I don't know how you guys live on
It's Folgers.
Yeah.
Go figure.
You picked it. It's from a Keurig.
It's one of our sponsors of the
With
show,
the cups.
Folgers.
Come on.
Yeah.
Like, what is
Okay.
this? You picked it. Come on.
Yeah.
Who is this
Now
guy?
listen, let's get back to we're digressing. We think that you're
Anyway.
sleeping with Amanda, so now you can either come clean or we'll just keep doing discoveries.
Amanda's
I got a
personal
couple more
business
things.
is Amanda's personal business, and
Yeah, so you started inviting Amanda to church, so that's where she goes on Sundays. Because you go to the Church of Kanye West. You want to talk about that?
it is a fantastic organization. It's
Yeah.
really taken off, and he is a highly misunderstood figure who does represent somebody rather Christ-like who sacrifices selflessly and gives tirelessly to his community. And I am very proud to be a donor of that church, of which, I mean, I'd offer you a membership, but I'm not even sure if you, I don't even know what they'd do with you, if they'd just, escort you out or.
No, that's fine. I'm not willing to pay the entrance fee for that kind of thing.
Right.
Or could afford it for that matter, judging
I
from your
couldn't.
face.
Okay, you know what? I think we're done with you right now, James, but you can go back into the green
right.
room and see if you can find some better
I have a
coffee,
board meeting,
okay?
toodles.
We have some U-Ban. We've got to get better coffee maybe, but that's okay. Listen, I know you did some research on the Comic-Con and you were able to pick up some shots of a girl named Audrey, apparently, who was seen with Brian. And she dresses up like in Wonder Woman and other outfits. And
professional.
he started getting better at sex. And they've known each other, I guess, about a year ago. They met at Comic-Con. I think we should talk to her. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay,
definitely.
let's bring her out. Okay, Audrey, thanks for being on the show.
Greetings.
Greetings, yes. Okay. So we understand you like anime and you go to Comic-Con?
Yes, sir, I do.
And you like to dress up sometimes. Apparently you were Wonder Woman about a year ago? We have some
That is
photos
what
of you.
I'm primarily known for. However, I do dress up as Princess Peach and I sometimes Daisy when I want to look like that feisty redhead. I also dress up sometimes as Catwoman, but that's upon certain requests.
Now, so you met Brian he was dressed as Superman. We have some photos of the two of you together. What is your relationship, you'd say, with Brian?
The Comic-Con community is a community where we typically meet online and we just develop relationships through our Reddit channel. And we met at Comic-Con. We just started catching up on comics that we loved as a child. And I don't know, Brian just helped me get in touch with my inner child again. And it's just nice to have that kind of friendship and build those relationships.
A lot of times people stay in hotels when they go to Comic-Con. And Nick is our house detective. He did a little research and found out you had adjacent rooms with each other. Is that correct?
Well, so we didn't stay at the hotel because it was just too much, Wait a minute. We didn't stay at the hotel. What does that mean? So where did we stay? Oh, I mean, So me and a couple other people that attended Comic-Con in our Reddit channel were really close to them. So we wanted to do like a cabin thing. So I
Uh-huh.
had a cabin, Brian happened to have a cabin,
Was it the same
and
cabin?
well, the thing is he was trying to save up on, I think he's doing a health certification in
Right,
holistic
right.
health.
Yeah.
And so he's just trying to watch his money. And so I offered him, like, hey, you can come crash with me. Like, there was a separate couch. So he slept on the couch and I
Because it
slept
was
on
a
the bed.
1-bedroom cabin.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other friends didn't end up staying. From the records
Well,
from the cabin owner, it was just you and Brian.
depending on what happened, you could say they slept over just because, we had a lot of fun. We made Yoshi drinks where we would
Uh-huh.
put some dinosaur eggs in the cocktail and it turned into like a green drink. And then we had a guy dressed up as Tony Stark come in and we had a lot of fun together. So to answer your
Uh-huh.
question, sometimes people slept over, like just in case things got out of hand.
Okay, so
Or
if
they
they'd
went back to
sleep
their cabin.
over and you only had a 1-bedroom place and it was a couch,
Yeah.
where did they sleep if Brian's on the couch?
Oh, I mean, I don't really keep track of where everybody falls asleep. Usually I fall asleep on the bed. It's possible another person slipped in between me
Brian.
and whoever was on the other side of me. I was so fucked up. I don't remember a lot,
All right, I'll let the detective ask you some questions. He's got some photographs.
Yeah. So, first question. So at this Comic-Con, one of the biggest photographs that I have is of you and somebody dressed in a full Superman suit, like puffy. It looks like a bodybuilder suit, like inflatable, holding hands. Was that Brian? You and Brian with
Brian's Superman, but I hold hands with everybody. I hold hands with the greeter at Walmart. I hold hands with the person the self-checkout, just because everyone's lonely now, okay? Detective, you should know that with all these crazy cases you probably deal with.
That sounds more like a personal thing.
Right.
These people just let you anyway. Okay, so the next question. Have you ever hung out with Brian outside of these Comic-Cons or the cabin?
Well, we did hang out at there was a joining convention at the same time as Comic-Con. So when we got sick of Comic-Con, we went to the furry convention and dressed up as furries.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean that's really it.
What's your persona?
My persona?
Yeah, what is it?
I don't really feel comfortable talking about my personal life in this interview.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about a different part of your personal life then. This is a bit of a bombshell. I haven't even shared this with the network, but in the files, Audrey, you didn't need to submit a handwritten note. I appreciate that you did because you're not good at it. So you wrote that I am Brian's, and then you wrote girlfriend, and then you crossed it out once. And then you wrote side piece, and then you crossed that out once, and then you wrote friend, and then you wrote that. And I can read through crossouts. So you want to explain what that was?
Okay, first of all, this is way too y'all are reading too much into it. Brian and I, like, Brian brought guys over into our cabin, so like we never had a thing. I mean, sometimes we did, but I always thought.
Wait. Let's start with what does that mean? Sometimes
was one
we
of the guys
did.
a tech entrepreneur?
Kind
of stuck up.
Well, before I started doing cosplaying as my main career, I did work at an AI company, and there was a guy that I started developing interests in, and I had to go because I couldn't handle myself around him.
Okay. All right. So anyway, did Brian hook up with any of the guys there, or just you there, or did anybody hook up with Brian there?
I mean, we were doing all kind of drugs. Yes. So they
did.
It's possible a man slipped in, but I wouldn't have known. Like, you know, we were just vibing. I got my record player on. We're just hanging out.
Okay. Drug party. At
You know, by
Comic-Con.
the way, we did look into the health club membership of Brian and realized that you are also a member of that health club, and they have a private workout room where you can just work out with whoever you want. And we were able to find you and Brian in one of the private workout rooms.
Yeah, well, I'm a licensed yoga instructor and personal trainer, so sometimes Brian would schedule sessions with me, and so I also do that in addition to Comic-Con.
Did you meet Brian doing that before or after Comic-Con?
Well, we got to know each other at Comic-Con, but then I would show him different yoga moves during the Comic-Con because his back was hurting. And so I showed him certain positions to do, and it really helped him. I felt so good about myself. So we just continued to foster the practice together at the rec center.
Do you know Brian's married?
To a man?
Amanda.
Who's Amanda?
Okay, cool. Did not know Brian was married.
That's good. Okay, well, thank you very much, Audrey. We'll be calling you back in a little bit. Okay, thanks so much. Okay.
Namaste.
Okay. All right, that was really weird. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but I'm beginning to think there's some. You're saying there's a connection between Audrey and James?
Well, it sounds like it. But I mean, honestly, I don't even think she. I mean, look, if Brian's cheating on her, cheating with her, I don't even think she knows. I think
she's just too drugged up. She just likes to have sex with anybody.
I mean, it kind of seemed that way. She was just having parties at Comic-Con. Brian might have just been, a person opportunity. Okay. But so they have that private room together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, let's bring Brian back out with Amanda. Okay. Okay. So Brian and Amanda, we haven't really got any conclusive evidence that you're both sleeping with anybody else, but we do have evidence that you are hanging out with Amanda with James, that you sometimes go to his house, his mansion. We've seen that on the walks. We also know that he's in your art class. You're doing Gothic erotic paintings together, which you weren't doing before. And then Brian, Audrey met you at Comic-Con. You also take the private room at the health club and sometimes work out there. And you also dress up as furries and cosplay. And you got a cabin together. And apparently she says all these people were over there and she thought she didn't know who she had sex with, including if you were one of them.
Was that a question? Or
no, it's your turn. These are the observations that the detective and I have seen. So now I'm going to let you explain yourself.
Well, for me, Brian has taught me to make sure I go for walks, to make sure my bowel movement moves. And so I go for walks. And honestly, when I met James, the first time he caught me pooping outside, I think I was inside of his yard. And he was like, "Oh, you poop outside also." And I was like, "Oh," I was so nervous. But he says he poops outside too. So now we have a place when I walk, I don't have to poop inside. I walk.
What about the art classes? What about you being seen in the store with him?
Well, I go to the grocery store. He was in the grocery store.
You were together.
I didn't go into the grocery store with him. We were just happened to be in the grocery store together.
Getting kitty litter?
We drove up at the same time.
You were getting kitty litter.
Yeah.
Well, we have to, keep the outside, when you poop outside, to make sure it doesn't smell.
Mm-hmm. So the kitty litter is for you.
I really like his company. I like the fact that I can share a lot of things with him. And art class, at least he wants to listen to me with art class. But most of the time it's mainly just walking around the neighborhood, just getting our bowels.
Anything else you want to add there, detective?
Yeah. When I was in James's attic, I found it was almost like a pinup, hand-drawn pinup of you. You want to explain that? Why are you posing for other men?
I don't have an answer for that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, we'll just sit with that then. That's good. You want to explain anything, Brian?
Honestly, what is there to explain? I mean, I was at a Comic-Con, went to a
Oh.
Comic-Con party. Yeah, you said you went to one. I mean, did you not go to any of the after parties at your undercover Comic-Con you went to?
Oh yeah, no, I did. It was great. But
Yeah.
you wanna explain? Amanda, do you know what goes on at a Comic-Con party?
No.
Brian,
I'm not
you wanna
really-
explain it?
I mean, yeah, I can certainly explain for the ones that I go to. I mean, there's a
Yeah, look her in the eyes. Explain it.
yeah, so look, it's basically just like a real life D&D game, you know? I mean, you all get together and you fit as many people as you can into this cabin. You put some alcohol into it, and you know, everybody has dice. What comes next? It's up to the dice.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And
Completely
you got to
random.
follow the law of the dice. Unfortunately, you got to follow the law of the dice.
Yeah, what'd you roll, Brian?
Right now, you want me to roll something right now?
No, at the party.
At the party? It was a nat. I rolled a nat 20 every single time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's the hardest roll to get on a 20-sided die.
It's actually the same percentage
Roll it once.
for any of them.
20. It's hard, but it's a perfect. It gets you.
So
it gets
Amanda,
you
we're
what
pretty
you
sure
need.
Brian cheated on you at that party.
What's that?
So we're pretty sure that you cheated on your wife at that party.
Like I said,
He's beating around the bush. I'm not going to.
The law of the dice. The law of the dice.
What? Brian.
Yeah, if you're cheating on me at art class,
I'm not.
what's the difference?
We're just posing for other men.
I mean, it sounds like you've got a literal Bruce Wayne coming after you at art class. You know what I mean?
Okay, we're going to move on a little bit. We're going to bring you guys back in a few minutes. Okay, we've got a little more discovery we've got to figure out. Thank you so much. There's an interesting development between the best friend and Elizabeth. So let's bring them both out here right now. I didn't know this. So apparently you two know each other. Okay, so that's interesting. Okay, and Pamela, you told Elizabeth that, why don't you get into ADU because you thought that there could be something going on in the house. Okay, and you were worried about both of them. And earlier you're just trying to, because she's your best friend, but you were worried about her potentially sleeping around, and then you were also worried about Brian sleeping around. So you asked Elizabeth to go and stay at the house. Apparently, Elizabeth and you used to work in the garment district.
That's true.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So why don't you two talk about why you decided to do this? Because this puts a whole nother splinter in the game.
Well, look, when I went over to Brian's house that day, and he had paint on him, and he had that little towel around his bottom side, it was just really, really weird because there was pinups on the wall. And it looked like to me, he was using this paint, and it used to be like Superman, the blue and the red, and he would put his body against these pinups that are on the wall with the paint on it. And it was just, it just didn't make sense to me. Why would he do this? And it's like he wanted to be Superman, but he was going to the dark side. Something had to break in and help free these people.
And so you decided to ask Elizabeth to go live in the ADU.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so don't you think that's kind of sneaky, Elizabeth, that you're both kind of watching both of them behind their backs?
It is, but it's my brother, so I'm worried about him.
Uh-huh.
He's been acting a little bit not mentally
Right.
stable.
Now,
So-
your brother inherited the house from your parents, and you didn't get that house, so you're a little upset about that, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Detective did a little bit more research about your vindictiveness towards your brother because of the house, so I'll let the detective talk now.
Okay.
Yeah, so looking back through the files, I noticed that just ever since they died, you have been doing just tiny things to him. So there was an incident, and I pieced some things together. I feel like it was you who slashed his tires 8 years ago, right after the event happened. But and I think that was out of pure spite. See, you're admitting to it. But more recently, I think that you have been, you're the one who called us, right? You're the one who wanted this all exposed. You knew about the Comic-Con situation, but you didn't tell us outright. I mean, there's no way you didn't know about it. Is this right?
Yes.
What's your goal? You're trying to get us to take down Brian for you? So you can get the house, so you can get revenge? What's this about?
Well, son and daughter, I'm the older sister. I think so it's the legal right that I have to have the property. He's just a spoiled one. He
Why
got
do you
everything.
think you didn't get it?
He never worked hard. I have to work when I was young.
Right.
So it's fair. It's fair that I
Wait a
have
minute. You and Pamela are lovers.
Yes.
And so Pamela would love to get that house as much as you would. So the best thing to do is to try and break them up and get Brian to get out of the house so that way, I believe in the inheritance agreement, that if Brian split up with his wife, you would then get the house. Is that correct?
That's right. Yes.
And then Pamela would be able to come live at the house because she lives in a one-bedroom apartment as well. And she's a little upset that her friend Amanda was able to marry into Brian, who had money. And she also secretly is in love with Amanda, but that didn't work out because Amanda likes Brian. But you were trying to get a little three-way thing going on there at one point.
Yes, exactly. Pamela and I, we've been together for a while, and she agreed with me that as me being the first kid, I deserve to
She
get the house.
deserves this.
It's not right that they take it away
It's
from
hers.
me.
It should be.
So, yeah, we have to create some type of plan so that way I can take over the property and she can come and live with me and we can be happy ever after and a big night.
So did you make up this story, Pamela, about Brian, or did this actually happen?
No, it actually happened. I actually walked in on. That's what I was telling her, is that she needs to do something now. She can't wait.
Mm-hmm. But we found out from a camera that it was Elizabeth who broke the window.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I was trying to get him scared, and because he was just only covered with a towel, nothing else, I was trying to get him run out of the house so that way he can be in the public and he can get.
She deserves this.
Right, and the only way you could get in the house is if you had a key, which Elizabeth gave you, and that's how you got in the front door, Pamela.
Yeah,
that's right. Mm-hmm. That's the truth.
Okay, well, I think we've discovered a lot here. Thank you, ladies. We've got another curve to match up here now. Okay, well, I think we're getting closer, but wait till this twist happens. You do great work, detective. We're going to bring in now Audrey and James. Okay, Audrey and James, this is really interesting that, you two know each other.
We really have to be in a room with him. I worked with him.
Yeah.
Okay. I
could be in a meeting right now.
Well, why don't you go be in the meeting then?
I would like that. I would like that very much.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. I found out just a little information here that, his sister and Pamela, her best friend, were trying to get them to break up. They're lesbian lovers. So they could break up because then she gets the house. Do you two know anything about that?
What do these lesbians look like?
Pamela is her name, and Elizabeth.
That's not really quite descriptive. I mean, are they, more top heavy? Are they?
Could they play Wonder Woman like me?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good metric to go by.
These two. I can't imagine they're involved in any way. I mean, look at them. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on in their own lives. James is making up meetings, pretending like he's important. And Audrey, are you?
Oh, that's real rich.
Okay, let me ask you.
Soup kitchen here. Actually, I'm glad you brought this up. You want to bring out my personal life? I got something on you. Turns out here, Mr. Detective Nick is the Gotham Park pervert
who's been riding on a unicycle naked at night, wearing nothing but a Bigfoot mask, publicly masturbating in front of people. And there are photos, satellite imagery.
Okay. Well, that's how he
truly.
got in prison. That's old. That's old news. We all know about that. That happened 10 years
We all,
ago.
really,
okay?
we all know about that? That somebody's running around with a PI's license, and that's his credential.
That was
that's
pre-PI. Listen, you're getting off the subject.
You hired him?
You're getting off the subject. Let's get back on the subject, okay?
Right.
That is not, and it has nothing to do with it.
Right back on that unicycle, aren't we, Detective Nick? Oh yeah, you're real good at that.
Okay, well let's shoot to the kid. You were hired, the two of you, to break up Amanda and Brian by those two lesbians, Pamela and Elizabeth. And I know that because we checked into the bank records. Okay, so you were hired to all of a sudden start showing up at the art classes and trying to get Amanda to go out with you. And Audrey was trying to get Brian on drugs to get him to have sex and go into the cabin and the whole thing. So why don't you two come clean now, and then I'll let the detective follow up.
Really? You're going to use him as an authority figure on this?
Well, I will say you can't deny chemistry. I mean, when Brian and I met at Comic-Con, I felt like he was literally my Superman. And
hang on, wait a minute. Brian, is this the same person who injured his back by jumping out of a second-story window because with a towel tied around his neck like a cape because he thought he could fly?
Yeah.
Can I just tell my love story?
All right, fine.
I'm used to hearing you talk at my previous job, which I no longer have. Mm-hmm.
You were my
So
personal
anyway.
assistant. I was supposed to be doing a lot of the talking. You were supposed to be doing a lot of the listening, but we flunked
No,
that.
you.
So go ahead, tell the love story. All right.
You made me do unspeakable things. Anyway.
That's normal. Boss, mentee.
Okay, let's get to this.
Just tell the story. Sorry. Just go ahead.
But yeah, like I was saying about chemistry, if it's there, you can't run away from it. So he never mentioned a wife. He never mentioned anything to me. So I thought, balls to the wall, let's go. I mean, maybe his balls to the wall, not mine. I don't have that, at least right now. But we had other people come into our cabin, and I don't know what to say. I had a connection the most with him, even though I definitely connected with everybody in that cabin. Can't deny that.
Let's get Brian out here.
Yeah, she doesn't even know what she got paid.
Brian? Okay, yep. Brian. So she's saying she had sex with you along with a lot of other men. So can we get that on the table right now?
I'm clean, by the way. I did a test with my gyno recently. Except I'm waiting on one result. I'll tell you later.
Okay. Yeah, it happened.
Okay, great. So let's just stop for a second right here.
And with all the other men, too. Just FYI.
Okay, let's get Amanda. Not Amanda, I mean, let me get the two lesbian ladies out here right now. Elizabeth, your sister, Brian, and Pamela. They you know, they were lesbian lovers, okay, and yeah, okay, so you knew that, and then you let your sister move in. They were trying to get you to break up because their sister was jealous that you got the house and she didn't, and they wanted to get you and Amanda to break up. So I just thought I'd bring that up so that you can know that what's happening between your betrayal of your sister to you.
I had rightful claim to the house. You knew that.
No,
Dad promised it to me when he died.
But you're just a spoiled brat, Brian. You get everything. And since you were little, I have to work hard to be able to get something. It's not fair. So for me just to move not so long ago, I should have been living in the house long time ago, which I don't think is right. So yes, I'm fighting for the house. There. You like it or not?
Okay.
You know, we're all tired of the men taking charge and getting everything. She's the oldest. She deserves it.
Well, let's bring Amanda out right now. Amanda, our detective has done further research about your relationship with James, and we realize James is sexually impotent We looked into his doctor records, and he can't get an erection. So we know that you guys did not have sex. So we believe that you did. But your husband, Brian, did have sex. And I think that's very important that you know that, and that your sister-in-law and your best friend Pamela were trying to get you to break up, which is why they hired James to start going out with you to try and get you to lure away from Brian. And they also got Audrey to go to Comic-Con to try and get. So they've been working on this scheme for about a year to break you two up, so that your sister-in-law and Pamela could take over the house. Do you want to respond to that, Amanda?
I want a divorce, Brian. They want the house. I want out of this. I want to be able to maybe be in nature. I don't know. Can I stay with you, James?
I wouldn't do that.
Of course you can, but before that is going to happen, I am going to sue the fuck out of this awful, shitty ass studio, then buy it, then burn it to the ground. Thank you very much, Mr. Scove.
All right. If you're impotent,
I'm gonna get your
you'll always
license
be impotent. We're just telling the truth. You have anger issues. Let me go to the detective. If there's anything you want to wrap up before we conclude our show, Cheaters, today.
Yeah. I just think that Amanda, you're making the right decision. Brian, I mean, come on, dude. I mean, what was that about? Audrey, probably lay off the drugs. So I mean, I did it. It was a whole thing. You can be just like me when you grow up. If that doesn't appeal to you, probably don't do drugs. Enjoy your new house, guys. And James, I don't have a license. You can't pull it. Enjoy your life, sad
It's
man.
gonna be easier to sue the fuck out of you then for looking into my stuff and breaking into my house. Wonderful. Thank you.
Good luck finding me. This isn't my name. Bye.
And ladies and gentlemen, this has been Cheaters. Thank you. Let me introduce our cast, okay? Never tried this at home. I'm Ken Scove. There's Nick, who played our wonderful detective. Amanda, who's a loving wife. A conniving sister, Elizabeth. An overly sexually drug addict, Audrey.
Hey, YouTube.
An impotent millionaire, James.
The beard's fake. I really am Batman.
And Brian, who does like to dress up like many different superheroes. And of course, last but least, Pamela, our newest entry to our cast, who played a lovely best friend. Wave goodbye, everybody. We'll see you guys in 4 weeks with a brand new show. I don't know what it is yet, but it's going to be another good one. So thanks for watching again this wonderful Sunday 5 p.m. long-form team.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Up and away.
Up and away.